Drive his way in good soul. So, Brad Wilcox is in big trouble with the church, but not because of what he said. He's in big trouble with the church because of giving me unwanted attention. Yep. The initial Brad Wilcox video is over 700 views. Their algorithm has just collapsed and failed. They even sent up a little thing saying, help us by improve our algorithm by answering a question. Yeah. And it's going to be the wrong question that will help them. I'm well knowledgeable on the failures of algorithms, as you guys are just learning about it through Facebook. I learned about it through Blockbuster Video. You see, kids, in my generation, in my day, we had this video rental place. We didn't have streaming service back then. And Blockbuster collapsed. Why did it collapse? Algorithms! Yeah, that's the untold story. Uh-oh. So, yeah, over 700 views in one day. It moved into number 20. Just imagine the damage to the church I could have caused had they not shut down Travis Wayne Goodsell because it was a video talking about the false Christ of the great and abominable church. It was all about the Book of Mormon. Why did they shut it down? Oh, religious bigotry? Yeah, that's it. YouTube, under orders of the church, commit crimes for the church. And so, yeah, I dwarf all records until April 2021's conference with that one troublesome video that's still in 4th place. Can't pull up further than that. We're in the Latter-day Exodus is quite surprisingly number 3. But did I not call it? Yeah. Nelson didn't call it, did he? Mormons don't get it. So the prophets are in their meeting right now. And they're discussing what to do about Brad for giving me unwanted attention. Has nothing to do with Brad. Nothing to do with his comments. And you don't understand this. You think I'm just joking with you. Can you imagine what would happen if YouTube just left me alone? If the church had YouTube leave me alone? Yeah, a single day for one video, 700 views? Yeah. So, yeah, I got the whole range of spectrum according to the analytics. It was down to just my generation watching my channel until today. Because yesterday I had lost the younger generation right before mine. and then because of Brad, I got it all back. And so this is the point where I get a big head and go around claiming how great I am because I'm so popular now. Right? Is that how it works? Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? No. See, what happened, if you hadn't noticed, all day today there's silence in the press. There's nothing going on. Why? They were covering it non-stop. KUTV2, ABC4 News Utah, Fox joined in. They were getting over 1,000 views for their videos, and that's saying something. On YouTube, the news for Utah, and yet, silence today. Salt Lake Tribune, silence today. Everybody silent. And maybe it's because everybody's waiting to hear what the prophets are going to say in a couple of hours. And they obviously will not talk about me. They will say social media hype. And that's what the church would have done to the press. You are causing a frenzy among the people. They are going to protest. And it's illegal to protest in Utah, in case you didn't know. You know, the Black Lives Matter protest? Yeah, Governor Herbert called them terrorists. Nelson came out and said that they're criminals and they need to stop. Oaks said that you shouldn't protest for your rights. You need to take the church to court. Why would he say that? Because he knows that in Utah, you don't win against the church. You're not allowed to sue the church. The church will destroy your whole life and permanently silence you until a guy named Brad Wilcox comes along and gives you a last-minute attention before I'm silenced for good, whenever that will be. Yes, the church destroyed me. There's a reason why I'm not getting the amount of views I should be getting. There's a reason why I no longer have my website. There's a reason why I no longer get the royalties I used to get on Amazon. The church. They destroyed me. And why? I did the video for you this morning. Inasmuch as Mormons do it unto me, they do it unto Joseph Smith. Translator. So, that's the sad state that we are living in. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the great and abominable church. There is no doubt or question. This is why we have this problem. Everybody knows the church is racist. Everybody knows the quotes of Brigham Young. Everybody. Brigham Young blamed it on God. The one thing he blamed on God that he couldn't blame on Joseph Smith. Everything else he blamed on Joseph Smith. But racism, nope, couldn't do it on Joseph Smith. So instead he blamed God. And ex-Mormons don't catch on to this. They just believe anything that Brigham Young says. Oh, Joseph Smith's to blame? Okay. Oh, God's to blame? Okay. Seriously, guys? Come on. It's almost as ridiculous as thinking Joseph Smith wrote the Book of Mormon when you know damn well Sidney Rigdon's the major author. How could Joseph have written the Book of Mormon if Sidney Rigdon is the major author? And don't give me that excuse that you didn't know that. Everybody knows it. The Tanners knew it way back when. So even the rising generation, Jeremy Runnels knew in his CES letter. So why are everybody throwing a fit, getting into fights over whether or not Joseph used a rock and a hat? When everybody knows, outside of Mormons, because Mormons hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, or in other words, if it's not faith promoting. And so, yeah, that's what the church leaders did. They said, hey, this is causing a stink. It's causing everybody to get riled up. We need to put a stop to this immediately. You guys are the press. You need to be silent. The press is controlled by the church. There's a reason why not a single reporter investigates the church. Fox 13 News has that investigation report program investigating the church, only because the church gave them the information. They will not do an independent investigation of the church. Even Peggy Fletcher Stack will not investigate the church anymore. Won't happen. And that's sad, because when something comes up that she has to cover, which Brad was one of them, you can tell she wants to say stuff, but won't. It's a sad condition that Mormons are in. But the church has so much control over everybody. And oops, I broke out. Wasn't supposed to happen. And so yeah, you guys are way behind on all the knowledge I've been giving you for the last 5 years. And guess what? Like I said, they shut down Travis Wayne Goodsell. You'll have to go to the home page, scroll down to see the other channel. That one's dead. I will not be allowed to use it until April 21st. Because YouTube just shut it down with no cause. There was no violation. The church ordered them to shut it down, and they did. And so this morning, when I was doing another video upload about Brad, YouTube ordered by the church to deny the upload. It just froze at 4% for over 5 minutes. And so I had to go through the same process of complaining. And by complaining, the YouTube employee who's causing the problem retaliates. This is the same pattern of criminal behavior that shuts me down. YouTube does this first. And then I have tampering with my computer, can't run the apps, can't run the internet. I'm supposed to lose my internet soon, but that's the previous pattern. And then boom, I'm silenced. And then the church drops bombshells that people don't come to my videos because I got silenced. It's almost as if they knew Brad was going to do this and get exposed. Almost like they planned it. No, the actual thing is the Ukraine war. That's the Ezekiel 38 for Mormonism. That's the last day's war. And the church does not want me to expose them with it, as I've done. So, yeah, dear God. Like I said, the church claims exemption to allow the prophets and thus any Mormon to commit hate crimes, because as an exemption, it's like diplomatic immunity. You can go into somebody else's country, commit any crime you want, even murder, and when you get pulled over or caught by the cops, diplomatic immunity, you can't touch me. That's what the church wants. And with Brad Wilcox, Mormons are now waking up and going, oh crap, religious freedom was a fraud all along. I've been telling you this whole time. You wouldn't listen. So, yeah, this is what happens. Church puts out the threat for everybody to be silent. And the church, typically, for issues that are just regular issues, just go into silence. They hope it goes away. That was my mom's philosophy. Ignore it and hope it goes away. And that's what the church has had to do throughout their history. Somebody comes out and says, oh, Joseph Smith is not a translator of Egyptian. And the prophets aren't translators. They don't care about translation. Brigham Young didn't even bother to put it in the Pearl of Great Price. That was done after he died. And so the church just ignores it, waits till it goes away, and then they go back to their criminal activity. Business as usual. So that's what you're witnessing today. Is everybody's gone silent. You're not hearing people organizing protests anymore, because again, that's a criminal activity in Utah. How dare you? I remember a protest right before Black Lives Matter protests began. Blacks were trying to organize a protest at Temple Square at the church administration or office building, and that was the end of hearing about it. It never took place. They do not allow it. This is an authoritarian state. It is contrary to the laws of the United States of America. That's been the situation the whole time. They are anti-government. They want to be their own government. They don't like the United States. They don't care about the laws of the United States. They don't care about the Constitution. And so when they talk, it's doublespeak, purposely to deceive. And so when the Arizona thing recently on Monday, yeah, they talked about how they're all in favor of non-discriminatory laws as long as they have religious freedom laws along with it, their exemption card. And that's a fraction of the evil of the church that I've been warning you about, that they've wanted me silent and have destroyed my life. I'm on the verge of death. They've done to me what they've done to Joseph Smith. And their goal is to conquer the world with the help of Putin, whom they've paid to do so.